Hello everyone, welcome back to Penguin Powered Gaming. It's Friday night, I have my snacks, and I'm ready to play some Galactic Civilizations 4 Federations and Empires. If you weren't already aware, we had a new patch come out just, I think it was yesterday, either the 5th or the 6th of August. Version 4.01 came out. I did have a chance to read over the patch notes. The primary change that I saw was essentially manufacturing for planets. Some of that manufacturing was not being delegated to shipyards correctly, and they patched that. And that may have been like a change with the Federation and Empire's DLC. They also did some UI enhancements as well. But it was kind of like a minor patch essentially. But we've been having a lot of fun with Federations and Empires so far with a Festron, and I expect tonight to be no different. So let's jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I definitely appreciate you being here. Please consider subscribing or leaving a like. It's very much helps me out, and I really appreciate it. With that being said, let's kind of get going. We are doing okay, but we have some issues with our empire. We had a major ship battle loss the other day with some space dragons, and so that prompted me. I think these are the space dragons here. That prompted me to do a deep dive in kind of understanding how combat works, because in previous Gal Civs, it was more like a rock, paper, scissors, and now they take like a layered approach, and they also use almost like dice rolls. So whenever you have a percentage to hit, and then you have evasion rolls, and then you have shields that will take a certain percentage away from your shields, and then you have armor rolls, and then you have armor damage. So after kind of reviewing that and how battles work and understanding that a little bit better, I think I'm kind of ready to I understand where I went wrong, essentially, and I think I'm kind of ready to dive back in. So one thing I learned that we had they have a kinetic attack. They also have chaff, so missiles aren't going to work very effectively. But they have a kinetic attack of 6.9. And their armor rating is 2.5. The armor rating is more important than their attack. That is a fairly high attack compared to ours. And we essentially just gave them more units. As when they defeat a unit, I think they have a chance of respawning new units. And I look at that as essentially, like in the space debris, these monsters, like, I don't know, look for biological life and plant eggs into the biological life, and then a new space monster comes. That's the way I'm thinking of it. But essentially, this armor rating is 2.5. And so our attack was 1 at the time. And so when it does an armor roll, no damage is taken to the armor if the armor rating is higher than the attack value. And so the armor roll is essentially 50% of the armor rating up to 100%. So it was always going to be greater than 1. And because of that, the armor absorbs the damage, and it goes to a default value of 5% each hit. So it was going to take us 20 phases to get the armor down on one little baby dragon, and that is why we lost. So with that in mind, we're going to definitely be doing some changes on how we approach combat. And this red star over here with this Durantium, this is something I need to get to. If we don't, then they have a starbase here, they are surely in range. We have to do that. Like, there's not much negotiating against that. And also, I would not mind getting this antimatter. There's 2 antimatter there. That would be a great forward base. And we have, let's see, do we have a Durantium here? No. These are just artifacts. I mean, I don't care as much about putting starbase here, I don't think. Maybe a mining starbase. So that's kind of where we are now. And I think we have a pirate. No, that's the monster nest. Okay. Alright, so starting out, let's look at what we have going on, because I need to refresh my memory now. This is our Field Drip Ripper drone M6-1, which is a Corvette-class ship. So that means essentially it has higher hit points. It's still a small hull. Yeah, 25% hit points. Also, the Corvette-class ship has a higher tactical speed by default. Now, our beam is 2. It's still not higher than 2.5. But I believe with 2, there is a chance that if we roll a 2 and they roll, I don't know, what's 50% of 2.5? It's 1 point something. 1.25, does that sound right? Yeah, 1.25. Then we would have a higher attack rating, and we would actually do damage to their actual armor. But it's still not a lot. Like, it's a fairly... It's not great, right? We need to get our beam attack higher. Our armor rating... It's good to have more armor with hull plating. That's not bad at all. It's not going to do that much with a 7 attack, though. They are over double our armor rating. So that's something we need to look at as well. I think we're probably going to develop a custom ship. Let's see, we have a build key. Oh, okay, we're upgrading our manufacturing. That's fine. And that doesn't increase... Yeah, that doesn't increase manufacturing. Let's look over at our planet here that we just settled. Alright, so we have actually really good science, really good research. Approval, 82%. Technological input. Minister of Technology is given us 6%. That's great. Progressive, 3%. And Governor, 7%. Great. Okay. Our governor and our minister is carrying the bulk of the weight right here. I can't figure out why our population... Oh, I think this is a bug, actually, I saw. Or, I don't know if it's a bug, but sometimes... Yeah, see, I had to go into, like, another menu. I don't know why that is. Our population is growing, and I think it's because we have another... We just put another Festron on the planet. I'm not crazy about these Festron, their stats, or anything. Yeah, I'm not crazy about those at all. I think we're going to... Let's see. Which one is worse? Because I'm going to settle the other planet, I think. I thought about leaving one there, but I think I'm going to settle the other planet. Because I want to get manufacturing. And let's look at this other planet here. Oh. Well, that makes a difference. That's 0. That suddenly became less of a thin atmosphere. That became less of a priority. Okay, well, we're not going to worry about settling that planet just yet. I've got food. I'm good. We're going to just reproduce. And I'm hoping that ex-convicts don't produce criminals. We will see. I'm not sure yet. And I'm hoping that some of the... I don't know how... When things reproduce, I don't know if these traits get carried down. I know there's a chance for the criminal trait, but like pacifist, totalitarian, does that get passed down? I don't know. So that's something we'll just have to see. Individualist, metamorphs. Metamorphs, I think, is the type of party, political party. Devourers is also. And you can see that in the new DLC here. So we have Metamorphs, which is basically science-based, and then Devourers. Both of those have a fairly high approval. I'd like to get the Metamorphs a little higher. Alright, with that being said, and we have, like, over at this starbase, I have defenses. Let me look at our shield strength is 340. Okay, that's good, and we have strong attacks. So I don't think they're going to take down this starbase, but there is a lot of pirates and dragons and whatnot here, so I'm hoping that they'll attack. Oh, there's a really nice one. I need that planet right there. Yeah, that one's awesome. I'm not sure how these stargates work either. I'm wondering if, like, I go in here, if it will come out here. So I'm not sure. That would be super nice, actually. If I could send a colony there, colony ship, come out there, and then go straight to this and circumvent coming across this, all these pirates. I don't know. We are going to look at custom ships. Like I said, we have another Ripper, which is good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with creating this Ripper. Let's see, I'm trying to see if, let's see, toggle favor a ship to keep it at the design new ship. If you edit Doctrine, you can see here that it's got the Rush 25% tactical. It also goes against the largest combatants, which, I mean, that's fine. There's no evasion here, though, so, like, these are just, like, they're going to get hit. So you need shields or you need armor, because they're going to get hit. Ship designer, does that let me design? I wanted to keep this. No, just cancel that. Cancel that. I wanted to keep this ship and then just modify it. I don't know that I can do that there. Alright, we'll do build new one. I'm going to try to build like a defense type ship for, it's not really meant to be like an attack type vessel, but more of a defense that can take hits and can stand up against some of these pirates and space dragons, hopefully. We're going to get stronger weapons though. First, let me look at my technology before I do this. I think we need to do that. Where are we? Space Weapons Doctrine. Alright, so that's going to give us +1 attack on beam, kinetic, and missile. Hunter. 25% attack and accuracy against frigates and corvettes. Okay. Ion cannon, yep, I'm familiar with that. We probably don't need that against the fighters, though. That's for like a big targeting thing. Targeting computer. Okay, so that increases. That would be really good with like missiles. All right, I think I'm good with that. That's fine. So design new ship class. We're going to go to Corvette. I think that Corvettes are really, you want to get in kind of fast, and I think this tactical speed, you can edit this doctrine. Now I was looking to see if there's something else that I like better. I definitely don't want to increase, like I like the 50% attack, but I don't want to increase my weapon cooldown. I think lasers have a cooldown of 3 turns, I believe, for beam weapons. Barrage is pretty good. Tactical. %50 accuracy. This one's good. 50% accuracy against fighters and bombers. I like that a lot. But again, we're doing lasers or beam weapons. We have like a 90% accuracy. So, yeah, let's go back. We'll do start new design. And this is essentially the Ripper design. This is the ship. So we're going to see what we have, what we've unlocked. These are our weapons. Before I start doing weapons, and I'm not worried about going fast. So as far as one of these drives, we have a move value of 9. And that's probably what we're going to keep. I don't think it requires you to put one of these on. Because by default you have some type of drive, I guess. Just not a very fast one. I really like the hull support. It cost 4 mass though. We have 20. I'm going to go I would like to go shields, but I'm probably going to go hull plating, and I'm going to go, if I'm going to go hull plating or armor, I want to go to a high value. So we are going to start adding some armor. Gotta tell you, I don't necessarily like when you start adding this. I kind of want to hide it because I don't like the way it looks. We're gonna put one there. All right, that is going to give us. Oh, what was this? Armor rating of 2. So now we have an armor rating of 3 because we have one with defensive studies. And we're going to put another there. And these have a mass of 2, so we can kind of stack them on. Now we have an armor rating of 5. And put one there. Armor rating of 7. Okay. That might be more than armor rating of 9. Okay, let's stop there. I think that might be more than we can use, actually. So that's not that bad there, and it doesn't look too bad. You could make it smaller or whatever, or you can even probably hide it inside the ship or something. If we could do shields as well, I will, but I don't know if I have enough points. I'd also like to do, like I said, hull support, but I'm not worried about any of this. We have particle beam and laser. So the particle beam does 4,000 range, not like 90% accuracy. That's why I wasn't worried about more accuracy. Has a cooldown of 3 turns though. So ideally I would like to layer that with like a 2-turn weapon and a 3-turn weapon. Ideally. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. These have mass values of 6, so these are a little more pricey. Can I Can I put it on the side here? And somehow I can get it to attach. I could even not attaching. Attach, darn it. Okay. Well, it doesn't want to attach. I wonder if I could put it like right there. That might look cool. That actually look better with like missiles there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now we have... That looks okay. Now we have 14, and this has a combat rating of 4. So not bad. Not bad. Can we do a... Let's see. We're going against armor of 2.5. That's combat rating 4. That's probably good. And I think the pirates are even less. We don't want to go rockets. I'd like to do Gauss cannon. Now this will be the maximum we can do if we have 14 out of 20. Defenses could do... Oh wow, this has mass of 3. I could do let's see, the manufacturing is 112. So they're not going to be super cheap, but we need them. Yeah, I think that we're going to... I think we're going to try to do a Gauss cannon. Yeah. Because then we can fire lasers as we're waiting 3 turns on this. Then we can fire our Gauss cannon and wait 2 turns, and they can just alternate. That's what I'm thinking. Do I get one on each side to make that look kind of cool? I think I do. There we go. Awesome. Oh wow, I put it on 4 of them. That looks really cool. Okay. Alright, so now we have beam attack of 2 and a Gauss cannon of 2. We could go double up on lasers also and make sure that we cut through. That might be better actually. That's going to be a stronger attack if we do that. But we're about to get 3. Yeah, I kind of like this because I know fighters are going to have let's see, they have evasion and I think 25% evasion, but then they have I believe beam weapons, which has less of a cooldown. I feel like this is pretty good. I think this will work. I don't know that. I want the attack value to be higher than the armor rating, if that makes sense. So let's take... Darn. Let's take the Gauss cannon off. And let's see, particle beam is... Yeah, let's put more particle beams on. Can I... Well, it won't connect. It won't put it on there. There we go. Alright, now we have a beam attack of 4. There we go. And that's 20 of 20. There we go. So if it hits, it's definitely going to hurt. And we have an armor rating of 9. So I'm fairly certain these will deal with space dragons. We're at 124 cost. How many hit points is this? Does it say 10? I'd really like to get more hit points, but I would have to sacrifice 2 on... Let's see, that's a massive 2 for a whole plating. And I think this is way more. The whole support. I think that's very, very high. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with this. Let's go to save. Slicer drawn. Is it called slicer drawn? We'll do P for prototype. P-1. Save. And then done. Alright, now we have our slicer drawn P-1 instead of our... There's a slicer drawn M.9. Ripper drawn M... Can I rename this? I want to name it like Ripper drawn P9. Maybe. Let's see. I'm sure you can. Ship designer. Show ship designs. Yeah, let's see if I can rename this. Permanently, no. Probably edit this design. Oh, did we want to... Let me look at the doctrine one more time. Defender, 50% accuracy against fighters and bombers. I kind of want to do this. I mean, it's got 4,000 range. Well, we have... Again, our accuracy is like 90%, so I'm not worried about that. Because that's not going to help out against evasion. That's against the attack roll, I think. Yeah. Largest combatants. Let's see. Smallest combatants. I think we're going to put this on... I think we're going to put it on smallest combatants for now. Yeah. Save doctrine. What do I do now? Edit doctrine. I've already edited it. Okay. Now done. Oh, I want to rename this. How do I rename this? To Ripper Drawn E9. Yep. Ship designer. Show ship designs. Can I... Oh, I don't know how to rename this. Riveting stuff, I'm sure. Edit? No, that's not what I want. Oh. Darn. Edit doctrine. Smallest. This is new ship class. I'm not wanting to make a new one. Yeah, that's not what I want. Okay, I'm not sure how to edit an existing one. I think it's okay though. I think it's fine, but okay, you can double click You can double click this. Edit. Save. And then save. Okay. Maybe this is it. Let's do P9 for prototype and then Ripper instead of Slicer. Mid-range ships set up for beam weapons and armor. Save. Okay. Now have a slicer drawn P-1 and a ripper drawn P-1. Okay. How do I get rid of this one? Design ship. Now I can P-1 I can permanently delete. Yes. Done. Okay, there we go. Now we got it done. Alright, so we're gonna create this Ripper drawn M-7. Let this finish. Why does this say M-7? Maybe it assigns a different number on the M. I don't know. Yeah. We're gonna let that finish though. Alright. Now, yeah, I'm aware there's ships in my borders. There's all kinds of ships in my We're gonna go next turn and we should complete. Oh wow, we have no casualties and total loss. Well, that's good. I don't remember where these were. I thought they were in the planet, but okay, so we have pirates attacking us. I'm glad that we have no casualties. I have a flagship, so that's good. And then we have a fighter. Let's see, they have a beam attack of 4.6. Wow. Then 2.3 and kinetic attack of 6.9. That is a really strong kinetic attack. They have no... I'm surprised we're winning this, to be honest. We have a beam attack of 7.7. So the flagship has 6.2. That's the only reason we're winning this. We do have shields. And we have evasion. Both of the units have shields. So that's good. And they both have a little bit of armor. So we'll watch the battle. I'm not going to go too heavy into the battle log right now, but I think I'll... Oh my god, how is this fighter surviving this? They're all focusing on this fighter. Wow, that's crazy. I cannot believe that fighter survived. Okay, actually, I do want to look at this battle log. That's crazy. I don't want to look too much. I do want to kind of probably do a video on one of like a few examples of the battle log. That was insane though. Like my 5, let's see, fell survey gunboat. I was hitting for 5 damage right there. Yeah, that's awesome. We got a lot of misses. I'm sure they were... Was I evading? Let's see, fail hunter fighter. Right there was 0, 0, 0, 0. I don't know what that means. Maybe you just completely missed. I guess my shields hit. I kind of wished I could like do a sort on this also. So if I just wanted to see the fighter. Yeah, so they were hitting armor. They were hitting armor. They were hitting armor. They were dropping my integrity because the defender was hitting with 2 and 1. That kinetic attack was rolling a 1. I think it was much stronger than that, wasn't it? Thought it was. Kinetic attack. Oh, this was combined. Okay. 2.3 and 4.6. Okay, so yeah, that was rolling a 1. It has a potential of 2.3. Okay, and my armor value was 1. So essentially it wasn't doing enough damage, and so it was just absorbing the damage. Because I think it takes the square root value of 1, which, I mean, the square root of 1 times 1 is 1, so I guess it would be 1. So the armor would completely absorb it, I guess. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to do some more reading. Oh, I guess they can attack the planet directly. Wow, okay. Alright, I really didn't realize that. Yeah, we need some more support there. That was crazy. That was actually really scary. I'm glad we investigated this middle here. That was useful. The fell probe, I'm not sure. I think we need to use it to our advantage and kind of use it so we can see what's going on. We've kind of uncovered everything that we need. I hope you guys like my thought, listening to my inner thinking, my thought process as I'm playing. I have to kind of go slow and think things through before I make decisions. I think I done okay on getting our economy and things back on track. So I'm fairly proud of that. It took me a few turns, but I think I got things going underway, making some tough decisions. If I would have understood how the battle system works a little more, I might not would have, parked these ships right outside this hive trying to bait a baby dragon, a baby space dragon. But you live and learn. So I'm just doing better next time. These things are okay. We're about to get Space Weapon Doctrine, which is going to give us 3. I do like the armor rating. I do like that it has some shield, but it's only 1. They're going to blast through those shields real fast. But I do like to have a little armor rating. That it'll be good against pirates, but the dragons will just tear through this thing. If I think I could probably hover over. Yeah, so here, we could take on this. We could take on this fleet. We could take on any of these pirates and win with those 2 ships. That defender actually has a really strong beam attack of 4.6. But they have no shields, they have no armor. So that's really how we would win those battles. This, however, there's 3 of them. I thought there was 4. I don't know where the 4th one. Maybe it broke off somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, these things are just beastly. I'd like to see them start attacking pirates. Like, not only do they have a really high kinetic attack, they have high shields and armor. So, yeah. Alright, let's see what... Let's see, did we... Yeah, we need to produce modules. I'm not needing modules right now. We're going to change that. I want to deal with them, but I think... I'm worried they're going to attack that one planet. I think we're going to get a constructor out as soon as we can to get a starbase underway. To build that, because I'm sitting on how many modules? 3 modules, and if I don't grab this, then the Terrans are, like, guaranteed. They've already grabbed... Look at this. They've already grabbed... colonized this tiny little planet. Jeez. So what planets need to be colonized? Like, I don't think there's many left. There's 3. Alright, where's that at? And they're all near me. Yeah. So we need to clean some of these pirates up. I'd love to get this this extreme world. It is way over there, and I don't see us getting that, to be honest. So it's very unlikely we're going to be able to get this world. Yeah, this is going to be... This is a uphill battle for sure. This is going to be very difficult. But we can't let the Terrans keep getting these resources. We have to put something out. That may... I don't know. That may include... We're going to have to use our probes. That may include taking some risks and using our probes to kind of survey the surrounding area to make sure that it's safe as we can build up our military. Okay, what just happened? Let me look at this. Baton Kados was victorious. Well, that's good. Total victory. That's really good. Actually, this is a good example to look at a battle log. Let me... this should die fairly quickly, and then we'll look at the battle log. There we go. Yeah, show battle log. The defender, this accuracy, 138 accuracy. He rolled a 0. I did not know you can roll a 0. 0 damage. Phase 2. I guess he's got a 2 weapon cooldown, probably. Phase 2, he fired beam weapons at my fighter, and my fighter actually evaded it. That's nice. So he hit. He's very accurate, but then I evaded it with 25%, which was very fortunate. And then I returned fire with 1 beam attack, and I guess he doesn't have armor, so I just did 1 damage to him. That was a 90% accuracy. Phase 4, my survey ship has a beam attack of 2, fired with 90% accuracy, 2 more damage. Same with my fighter. Phase 6, he fires at my fighters, and I evaded 2 of the attacks. And then he hit my shields the second time. What's the... Huh, that's interesting. The shield strength is 1. I thought some damage would go through if it was more than that, but it looks like maybe it uses. Yeah, I'm not sure how that. He had a maybe it uses as a square root. Maybe I'm not sure. But it looks like it destroyed my shields there with 2, but none went to the hull. And yeah, I mean it just kept kind of going like that. Alright, well that's good. And it's reminded me I have enough culture, so that's good. 39. Let's look at collectivism. Okay, 25% max manufacturing while at war. Which is great, but we are in no means ready to go to war. Like, that's not going to help us right now. Let's see, minor worlds in our influence provide 3 times the resources to their sponsor world. Now that's... interdependence is super nice. And then... this one, solidarity, plus 1% to the core world, approval for each non-governed colony and empire. That's pretty good too. These are actually really good. What does Hive Mind do? 25% to intelligence, social... oh man, that's so good. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's super nice. Alright, have we unlocked the... I did unlock this. Okay, 1% fertility to all worlds. Cooperation. Plus 12 logistics. I guess that's so I can have, like... actually, that might work okay. Let's look at our ships before I choose this. Logistics is something I haven't really looked into that much. Like, here's a great example. We have 2 ships. Logistics. Okay, so we can have more in the fleet. These ships take up 2 logistics each. Let's see if we can... yeah, 2 logistics each. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's not going to help us immediately, but it's not terrible either. I just don't know that... I don't know if we need it right now. Yeah, that's fine, because I think if we're going to start cleaning up some of these pirates and bases and stuff, let's do that. Then done. Did I? No, 39. You have already unlocked it. Oh, I've already unlocked it. Never. What am I thinking? Okay. I guess the ones in white, circled in white, you've unlocked. Citizen expectations reduced by 50%. Citizens with a collectivist culture trait gain 10% approval. Let's look at this. We don't have collectivists. Now, is that... that's not a party, right? No. That's a cultural trait, so I'm not sure where that is. It doesn't look like I have any on this planet. Now... citizen expectations reduced by 50%. What does the expectations look like here? I mean, it looks fine. I'm not getting dinged by expectations here. That one I am. High expectations -3. I mean, that's not much though. Here, I have a 90... let's see, do we have a collectivism? Yeah, I just don't see that trait. Consuming, traditionalists, metamorphs. Yeah, I don't see that trait. I'm not sure what that is. So collectivism is the branch of the ideology. Citizens with a collectivist trait gain 10% approval. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to... Citizens with a collectivist trait. I feel like I'm missing something. I just don't see that. Maybe they all have the collectivist trait. Like, maybe it just doesn't show that. I don't know. I think because we need to clean stuff up, though, we're going to go with this cooperation. Or no. Yeah, cooperation. +1. I'm sorry, we already have logistics, right? Yeah, so we're going to go with +1 fertility to all worlds on support ship, the Negotiator. Okay, I missed that part when I was reading this. 25% max, okay. Bonds Negotiator. What is the Negotiator? Went to the wrong thing. That sounds like a diplomacy ship or something. I don't know. The Negotiator? I don't see it here. But I do like the fertility, basically because of this world, so I'll probably do this. I mean, I'm doing okay with approval. We'll get this one up soon. I need to get that one guy off the planet. That Mallet, whatever his name is this guy. He's a real problem. I just need to get him off planet. As soon as we get another citizen, he's probably going to be, or at some point, he's going to get off planet soon. Alright, we're going to find out what the Negotiator is, I think. Oh, I meant to look at our growth rate. 1.68. Okay. Fertility to all worlds. Alright, yes. Let me look at this. Does our growth rate change? This is still 1.68. So, let me go here. Maybe I need to go here first. No. What did fertility to all worlds do? Like, I feel like that would be growth rate, right? I don't see anything. Fertility? I don't see that either. Wait, pollution will reduce the growth of a world, while fertility clinics and other population improvements can increase it. Yeah, I don't know why fertility, not a trait. I don't know why fertility didn't increase here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, maybe it'll show in the next turn or something like that. Alright, we should have a Negotiator here. Spell Negotiator. Ship type unclassified. Look at this guy. This looks like a precursor ship or something. Okay, medium hull. Got a lot of hit points. No combat rating. What the heck is it? Where you negotiate is just as important as what you negotiate. 25% income to the planet this ship is orbiting. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's nice. That's really nice. So we have 10 income here. Let's just put this here and see if that increases. Maybe. I'm assuming you just park it on the planet. Okay, so our manufacturing levels went up. This is now... Oh, wow, that's a 7. That's an 8. That's a 4. Let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, yeah, it leveled up all of my manufacturing. Now I'm at 21 manufacturing. That's super nice. And I can do that again if I wanted to. Okay, I like that. Like that a lot. Let's see, I'm trying to think what I want to build next. This has +1 level to manufacturing adjacency. This is a manufacturing improvement. If I could do another level, it would give me 10% on diligence. The hatchery. +1 level to manufacturing, +1 to military. Research. Probably the hatchery. Probably putting it right there to level up this and level up that. Gives me more diligence. Yeah, I think so. Unless I wanted to go social skills, but I'd rather have diligence, I think. Because these guys are, like, they're cranking out 14% production. That's awesome. And what is their diligence level? 7? Yes, 7. Let's get the hatchery. Oh, wow, right here I can put it at 3. I didn't realize that. Plus, yeah, we're going to do that. What is this right here? Level 7? Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, we're putting a hatchery right there. Let's see, the fell probe. We're just gonna go by this monster base, see what's up. Looks like it's idle. Okay, and then here we go. Alright, I think that's all we can do here. At least our Bat and Kratos defended some pirates off. That was very scary. Alright, now we have... What was that? Space Doctrine? So our beam weapons should be better now. Yeah, now they're 3 on just basic ships. So that's going to help out a lot. Look at these. They're all circling. They're all circling my planet. Oh my god, that is terrifying. I think they're going to end up attacking my planet. Oh my gosh. Jeez, that's seriously terrifying. If I could get... I don't know. I need to... Let me see. Can I do anything for... I mean, I don't think there's anything I can do to... I can't purchase anything. Executive orders, I can't do that. I'm not getting control. The vault, what is this? Influence 500. Yeah, I don't need that right now. I mean, I think you can purchase these progenitors. I also want to check on the negotiator. Yeah, I mean, those are... It's 512 to Russia. I can't do that, and I don't have control to do it. Gold is 12. Yeah, it was 10. Okay, good. So we're getting more gold. So if we look at income, the negotiator is 25%. Good. Alright, that's very good. We gotta keep checking this approval rating. Our approval rating has changed to 81%. Gotta keep checking it because we've made deals that I'm having trouble keeping up with. I'm not sure how to see all of these deals that we have. And it's like, it's not really deals, it's like navigable events that we select. I don't know if there is a way to see that, how to keep up with those or when they expire. There might be. For now, we're going to try to, let's see, 20, it was what, 24 and 22? I think we can increase that, maybe. We can't do too much there. 25 and 22, yeah. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to sit. I don't know, we're going to keep that manufacturing at 22. Yeah, we're going to kind of ride the fine line right there, but it's got to be done. Okay, now, let's see, deep space exploration, no. Now I've got to really put some thought into what I put out here. I think the starport, yeah, it helps with military. I mean, that would definitely be beneficial. 5% bonus per level, 8%. It's a military improvement. Let me look at my tech navigator. I kind of want to increase our growth. Science. And I'd like to get like extreme colonization. I'd like to get terraforming. Let's see, terraforming allows me to reduce pollution. Medical center. Yeah, I'd like to... These are techs I'd really, really like to get. What was the next tech? Xenobiology. Allows us to make our worlds house more people. Okay. Okay, that one could be useful. Upgrade housing with Durantium. And then that upgrades agriculture. We can get railguns very cheaply. I mean, that's pretty nice. How much is a railgun? Oh, okay, there it is. MKV Space Railgun. Mass of 5 with a 3 kinetic attack. Okay. Defense. Weapon jammer. Evasion. Let's see, evasion 5, which is good. I've got to figure out how to calculate evasion. Like, I know there's a percentage on the roll. I've got to figure out how this adds in. Accuracy against fighters, 75%. Ace. Okay, that's really good. If you're going to use something like missiles, that is exceptionally well, or railguns, that's really good. Weapon jammer, okay. It's a massive. Oh, that's only a massive 1. Uses quantum entanglement. Huh. So it gives your ship evasion 5. How does that work? Let me look at this. Evasion 10. Yeah, I've got to really figure out how the evasion works. I know there's a chance at evasion, and then I bet it works similarly like armor, that if your evasion rating is higher than the attack, then you evade the entire attack. I bet you can get hit partially or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Logistics. I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything I really need, or what my priorities are. I mean, honestly, Starport's pretty high up there. Starship specifications could be nice. I mean, yeah, I like this. I like the Starport for sure. It's got huge adjacency bonuses. The problem is the pollution's gonna kind of impact my stuff. I don't have a way of dealing with the pollution right now. I'm not trying to go to war. Not really. Not, at least not at this time. Let's see, Xeno Hospitality. Essentially 10% approval, and so that is a commercial starliner. Okay. So I guess it's a building you build on the planet. Wow, that's +2 levels to approval, wealth, and tourism. That's crazy. This has tons of additions, except for research. Then enhanced negotiation techniques, which I'm really not skilled at negotiating right now. Embargo third party, cultural treaty, goodwill tour. Okay, that's not a priority. Elite command draft. Start putting your leaders to more effective use. I do like that. This one also gives us another policy, which That could be huge. I mean, anytime we can get another policy, that's great. Is Elite Command Draft one of the... No, we're not getting the discount. That's just how much it cost. Let's look at our policies. That might be what we do. Oh, policies. Let's see, defensive measures. That one might, defensive measures might be good. Wealth, experimental drives. Not doing that one. I like the prototype. Yeah, we're going to, I think this is going to be really good for us. So we're going, God dang it, I keep hitting the wrong button. I think we're going to go Elite Command Draft. To get this other policy, it's only 7. We also have the Governor's Manor, which gives us loyalty and income. So wealth improvement, that I think that's kind of costly though. Tax exemptions, probably not going to do that. Invite leaders. And that's, I mean, we can't afford that. So really we're doing this for the max enacted policy, but I think it's worth it. Alright, Elite Command Draft. I was hoping to play the Festron a little better than I am. I feel like I'm not playing them the best, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm having a lot of fun. I just want to make sure we don't allow the Terrans to get this Durantium and these asteroids. There's actually not a lot of asteroids around us. We're mining the ones that we have. Would not mind getting these asteroids either. But we've got to clean up these pirates. And I think we're going to get attacked. So that's really scary because we cannot defend against this. So, I don't know if that means we'll lose the world. I'm not sure. So, we'll find out very, very soon, I'm sure. Guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I try to keep these videos to roughly an hour. I thank everyone for tuning in and watching. I really do appreciate all of the support. It's been great, and I'm really enjoying the game. I'm having a lot of fun. We're fighting an uphill battle against the Terrans, but we're still in the game. So let me kind of save this video, and then it's Friday night, so you know I've got a little extra time tonight, and we're gonna play maybe 1 or 2 more games, or in 1 or 2 more hours probably. So I will see you guys next time. Happy gaming and take care.